France is one of those amazing countries that's so diverse and vast that you could literally spend months exploring and still not even touch the surface. From the boulevards of Paris to the fashionable seaside resorts of the Côte d'Azur, fairy tale castles, glorious cathedrals, and picture-perfect villages, France offers some of the most beautiful attractions in the world. Honestly, no French journey is complete without visiting every city in the country. But since that's not everyone's cup of tea, here are the top 10 places to visit in France. Number 10. Lyon. Despite being the third largest city in France, Lyon is much calmer and less touristy than other similarly sized destinations. The streets are filled with public art, including the city's famous Trompe-l'œil murals, and there are museums that focus on everything from movies to history. Plus, it's home to hundreds of wineries and 2,000+ restaurants, several of which boast Michelin stars, making it especially appealing to anyone who loves great food. Number 9. Marseille City. Marseille, France's oldest and second largest city, is a very exciting tourist destination. The former European capital of culture has a number of sights to see, including the Basilique Notre Dame de la Garde and the Cathédrale de la Major. When the weather is nice, the rocky cliffs and secluded beaches of the Calanques are excellent for swimming, boating, and hiking. No trip to Marseille would be complete without a stop by the Museum of European and Mediterranean Civilizations. Its rooftop terrace makes the perfect vantage point to admire the city. Number 8. Colmar. It's easy to see why Colmar, the Alsace region's wine capital, is considered one of the most beautiful cities in France. Colorful houses that look as if they belong in a fairy tale line the Little Venice district, where you can take a boat tour through Colmar's canals or reach boutiques and eateries on foot. The setting is picturesque regardless of when you vacation here, but for even more charm, visit Colmar at night, when lights illuminate the city during annual events. Number 7. French Alps. If your ideal French vacation involves a little more nature and a little less city, head to the French Alps. Here, you'll find some of the best ski slopes in Europe, as well as beautiful scenery that rivals any work of art or architecture. In summer, the typically snow-covered mountains are just enough to create perfect conditions for hiking and biking. Charming villages sit at the base of the range, offering several places to unwind when you've had enough fun on the slopes or trails. Number 6. Strasbourg. Strasbourg offers the perfect mix of French and German culture, thanks to its location on the France-Germany border. While here, travelers should see the city's Gothic-style cathedral and stroll through the UNESCO World Heritage-listed Petite France neighborhood. Plus, those with an interest in politics can tour several important European institutions during their visits. For an extra dose of charm, arrive in December to see one of Europe's oldest Christmas markets in Strasbourg. Number 5. Mont Saint-Michel. Second only to the Eiffel Tower as the best-loved landmark in France, Mont Saint-Michel is a rocky peaked island connected by a causeway to northwest France. It's an imposing sight, sitting amid sprawling sandbanks and powerful tides, but the heritage site is mostly celebrated for its unique Gothic-style Benedictine abbey. Directly below the Grand Monastery is a medieval village, complete with winding streets dotted with small houses and souvenir shops. Number 4. Bordeaux. The Bordeaux region is a beautiful bucolic corner of France, where grandiose castles preside over rolling, vine-covered hills. With more than 350 buildings classified as historical monuments, the elegant city of Bordeaux is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In the city center, marvel at the Gothic-styled Basilique Saint-Michel, walk across the Pont de Pierre, a beautiful stone bridge, snap a photo of the iconic Place de la Bourse, and enjoy the public gardens, pathways and flora. Number 3. Côte d'Azur. The sun-soaked Mediterranean coastline of southeast France, Côte d'Azur, also known as the French Riviera, is one of the most popular and beautiful places to visit in France. The glamorous region has mesmerized many famous visitors over the decades, including royalty, writers and artists such as Pablo Picasso and Henri Matisse, and its miles of gorgeous coastline and azure blue waters make one of the best places to spend your holiday in the world. Once here, make sure you visit the stylish coastal cities of Nice, Cannes, and Saint-Tropez as well. Number 2. Val de Loire. Like the scene of a fairy tale, the Loire Valley is a lush, forested landscape dotted with magnificent castles along the gently flowing Loire River. Stretching for 280 kilometers, from Sully-sur-Loire to Chalons-sur-Loire in Anjou, the Loire Valley is the largest UNESCO-listed site in France. Extravagant chateaux, such as the grandiose Château de Chambord and the emblematic Château de Chenonceau, offer insight into the opulence of the Renaissance-era French court. For families with kids, the Parc Mini Château in Amboise is a marvelous destination. Number 1. Paris. Appreciated for its elegance and artistic vibe, Paris is a grand European capital filled with architectural masterpieces like the Eiffel Tower and the Notre Dame Cathedral. Reflecting the city's rich heritage, the Louvre, one of the top museums in Paris, contains an exceptional fine arts collection, while the Musée d'Orsay displays the treasures of French Impressionist art. To see one of the country's most impressive palaces, tourists can take a 30-minute train ride from Paris to Versailles. Built for Louis XIV, the Palace of Versailles is a testament to the glory and absolute power that was once the realm of the French kings. Visit the Basilica of Sacré-Cœur to witness its magnificent architecture, or go to the Arc de Triomphe, the neoclassic arch built to honor those who fought and died for France. The gentle river Seine flows through this magical city and further enhances the peaceful ambience of the City of Lights.